All right, we're gonna make some boxes. I need to ship these little 90-degree plates. These are for the Domino XL 700. And they're an odd size. I couldn't find anything that was small. I thought we'll just make them. Simple to do. So let's figure out the size. Start with the width, and this is about 4. I'll give it a little slack, so we'll say 4 1/4 on the width. So here I have written down width, length, and height. So width we'll say 4 1/4, right? And our length, this is 7. Give it a little slack. We'll just say 7 1/2. Yeah. And the height, that's about 2 1/4. We're gonna go 2 1/2. Give it a little slack. Of course, this would work. This process would apply to any size, just about any size box you're making. So, all right, let's do a layout here real quick, just to give you an understanding. When you're actually doing this, you don't really need to do this. You'll just be plugging in your numbers into the box size that you're needing. So to start, I'm just gonna come here somewhere, just make a line. And let's start with our height. That's gonna be the center of the box. The height of our box, according to this, 2 1/2 inches. So 2 1/2, something like that. And I'm gonna put an end line here. This would be the end. Okay, the width of our box is 4 1/4. So let's go 4 1/4. The length of our box is 7 1/2. 7 1/2. So if we have width, length, then we would need width again. 4 1/4. Set that right there. Then we would need one more length of 7 1/2. Should be right in there. Okay. So now the tabs that you would fold in, the tabs will be half of the width. So if the width is 4 1/4, we need to be half of that, which is 2 1/8. And I know you metric guys are, this is driving you crazy, but it all works the same, right? Okay, so that's 2 1/8, which is half of this width, half of that width. Let's do another 2 1/8 here for the other top tab, bottom and top tabs that fold in. Am I running out of lead? All right, so, and then we need another little tab at the end to hold the box together. And that can just be anything. I'm gonna go 2 inches for this small box. It doesn't need to be very big. So that would be there. This will cut off, that will cut off. That's that little tab that holds everything together. So now we have the overall size of the cardboard we need, which is 25 1/2 by 6 3/4. Super easy to cut at the table saw. 25 1/2 by 6 3/4. Now we can make these scoring cuts to create the folds at the table saw. All right, for our first cut, we'll just start here. We're gonna go all the way across. So this tab, if you remember right, the tab is 2 1/8, and it was half of the width. The width was 4 1/4. So 2 1/8, let's set the saw on 2 1/8. Right there. Of course, the height of the blade, we're just making a scoring cut. Barely, you're not even really halfway through. And if it doesn't go all the way through, it's just kind of sporadic going across there. That's okay too. You can see right there. It's just a suggestion that that's where that cardboard needs to bend. And the other thing is, I like using a block of wood as I'm making those scoring cuts right over the blade. It just helps keep the cardboard down and keeps your fingers away from the blade. And let's see what else. Okay, this, when we start cutting these cross cuts, make sure that you keep your widths the same. You know, just do like a little sample cut. Make sure that that width is the same on the widths, and that the lengths are also the same. If this little tab area gets changed, if it's smaller or bigger, it won't matter. It's just a tab that holds the box together once you start to assemble the box. Okay? I make my clean side on the outside just so it looks better. All right. All right, super easy. Let's get rid of these two little dudes. Don't need those. And then we're just gonna cut these loose. And that's it. Super easy. I like these end tabs going inside, right? And then this assembly tab here. Go like that. Boom, there you go. So you could add hot melt or tape that. Fantastic. This one I've added some tape. I haven't glued this tab yet, so I could just get some hot melt. And boom. That's how you do it. Boom, bam, done. All right, with this layout with the width, length, and height, and the tab or flap, which is half the width, you should be able to make boxes all day long, yeah? All right, I've erased some of the lines to show you a little bit clearer the layout. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, this could apply to any size box. You just plug in these numbers, and you don't even really need a table saw. You could do this with a straight edge and maybe a razor blade, you know, a razor knife, and just make those scoring cuts. So yeah, hope this helps. Thanks a ton for watching.